Hey everybody, this is Sean from the Experience Bar, and today we're going to be checking out Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts for the Xbox 360. You can check it out here. This is the info screen, and we're in old Banjo, just with new graphics. So this game came out in 2008, and a lot of people sort of didn't bother to check it out, or were a lot of people who were fans of the old Banjo were upset that it wasn't a traditional Banjo game, that it wasn't your just standard like DK64 style collectathon platformer, and never actually got to try this game out, which is a shame because it is a fantastic game. It's actually one of my favorite games on the 360. I've played a whole ton of it. I actually started a new save file here so I can, just so that I can show you guys some levels and some early game stuff without having it seem weird. So, as you can see, there's still a lot of Banjo tropes like music notes and jiggies you saw on the loading screen. The point of the game is still to collect jiggies, much like the old Banjo titles, but sort of the format of how you go about doing that is a lot different, as I'm sure you can see already. So you've got Banjo, you've got Kazooie, but realistically you're not doing a lot of platforming. Banjo's only got one jump, there's no flutter hop, and you've got this attack. But really, all you've got is this. Beat the crap out of this bench here. All you've got is this magical wrench that you can see the Kazooie is swinging around, and that is what actually lets you sort of play this game. Because the crux of this game is, see, you can see I'm carrying the vehicle with the wrench there, and of course Grunty's still back in this game. So. The crux of this game is that you solve challenges to get jiggies, and those challenges are vehicle based. So right now I'm in this sort of shopping cart trolley type thing. That is your main get around vehicle for this hub world is called Showdown Town, and we're very early in the game, so you only have one jiggy there. And it sort of limits your progress by, see, I can't go up this hill, and then there's other hills, so I can't really get out of this bottom area of Showdown Town. There is another way up there, I'll show you, but essentially as you go along, you get more pieces to build more vehicles with, and some of those pieces fit onto your sort of overworld shopping cart trolley thing here, including, you can float, so I can go in that tunnel there. You can obviously ride up those hills. You get sticky wheels. You get a little jump hop option, and way late in the game, see, there's a bunch of puzzle pieces over there, or sorry, music notes over there I want, but can't get. So see, I made it to the top of the mountain, but there's a lot of things that sort of inhibit your movement early on, but once you get them, it really opens up. You can see a lot more of Showdown Town here. So you got like a dock area, and those areas just open up new challenge worlds for you to partake in, essentially. So this is the, here, I'll show you. This is Log. He is the, I don't want to say antagonist, but Grunty's more the antagonist, but he's the guy who's put this all on. Actually, at the beginning, they make a pretty good joke about when they were developing this game, they tried to make a regular Banjo game and discovered that that sort of gameplay feedback loop of just finding more junk all the time wasn't as fun if the gameplay was just jumping and hopping and regular platforming. And so the beginning of the game, Log starts out like a collectathon platformer. He's like, no, this isn't gonna work. He's the Lord of Games. As you can see, he's like a Pong display there. And so you go through this bit where you and Grunty's head are sort of trying to collect as many of these like objects as you can, and it's stupid. And And so he goes, nope, this isn't going to work, and he teleports you here and then starts these vehicle-based challenges. But I'm going to ride down this. Woo! But so he teleports you here, gives Grunty a new body. He gives you challenges to do, and the game sort of rolls from there. The game is actually quite funny. Obviously, it started out with the joke there. Banjo and Kazooie are quite fat when you come upon them in the intro of this game, and the game is fairly good at poking fun at not only itself but other games as well. So there's a bit where they talk about Grab by the Ghoulies being a terrible game, which Rare made, and for the original Xbox, and there are a bunch of sort of gaming in-jokes, and it's quite clever most of the time. So I'm jumping in here to Nutty Acres. So each of these, so that you've now got like sort of themed areas, and they use the characters from Banjo, like Mumbo Jumbo and the others to sort of have you go around the environment and they have specific challenges for you to accomplish. You can see I've already completed one down there in the mini-map, so I've got 2 more to do. And these challenges are typically one of 2 things. They're either your choice or what's called a log's choice. So log would be see, there's Humba Wumba there. She's got a challenge for me. So log's choice would be you have to use the vehicle required for that challenge, and then your choice would be you can use any vehicle you want to build, which is really where the game gets super creative and really fun to sort of experiment with and see what you can make that's going to be the most effective to complete any particular challenge. So let me jump off here and talk to Humba Wumba here. Okay, Great Balls of Fire, great. So the characters still talk in sort of gibberty-gook like they do in the N64 version, which is fine. It's not super annoying, but you do have to do a lot of reading in this game, which is the only downside I would see that... oh, great. Erupting volcano. The only situation that I would see that would make this game not super great for kids. Other than that, though, it's going to be fairly easy. Okay. I thought about moving. It's going to be fairly easy for kids to pick up and play. Although some of the challenges do get pretty tough later in the game. But you can get through most of the game. You don't have to complete every challenge in a level to progress. As you complete them, more stuff unlocks. And you probably have to get about... I'd say like 2/3 of the jiggies in this game to actually finish the game. Of course, if you want to get them all, it becomes a lot more difficult. Okay, so this is a player's choice game. So let's see here. I'm gonna have to get the rocks in the water to cool them down, and this is a player's choice. So I can create a vehicle here. But, my shopping cart trolley is actually probably going to work pretty well here, because it looks like I have to get these fire rocks and move them to the water. So I'm just going to use that, and then if it doesn't work out, I will build something new. So, okay, I have a time limit. Okay, so you see there's a timer up top, and there's a bar with like 3 sections in it. The sections correspond to sort of like ratings you can get. So if you finish in the blue section, you get what's called a TT trophy. There's a new character in this called Thomas, and he is a cheetah, as in he cheats. No, he's a cheetah, and he's typically known for being very fast. So if you can essentially beat his times, you get you'll get an extra trophy there. Otherwise, anything in yellow would be a jiggy, and then red would be you just get some music notes. So if you don't have to complete this multiple times. So of course, if you get the TT trophy, you don't have to go back and finish the get in the water. Yeah, this is not going to be an effective way of finishing this challenge. I don't think, but let's find out. So you can you can you can finish any one of those 3, but obviously the better you do, the more stuff it unlocks. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting the TT trophy in this. I need something with like a... I think the problem is... Okay, so, and then you've sort of got Grunty's minions here. Later you'll get stuff to deal with them, like weapons you could put on your trolley. Right now I just don't have anything because it's very early in the game. But, so they're kind of trying to stop you, but... and then every once in a while you'll have like a Grunty challenge battle where you have to fight her specifically. Well, the water's much closer here, but so the game sort of is like this. So you've got lots of little challenges, just like this one. And now I'm just picking up the whole trolley because it doesn't actually have the ability to go in water right now. So I'll be able to get the G for this challenge, which is just fine for me. Just to show you guys what this game is like. Ooh, the music note. The music notes act as currency. You can use them to buy like more vehicle parts from in Showdown Town. Whoop. In Showdown Town, Humbawamba's shop sells more parts for you to build more stuff with. Although, of course, in this area, she is a sort of quest giver. And then you can use those to build vehicles for specific challenges. So let's go do another challenge, and I'll try to build a vehicle for that challenge. Unfortunately, in lack of foresight, starting this new game, I probably should have gotten a little farther, just because I don't have that many pieces to build with. But let's see what this challenge is over here. Also, these worlds are... this game is, as you can see, incredibly gorgeous. Rare continues to have some of the best skills in developing for Xbox platforms, at least as far as art style goes. This game and some of their other titles, Viva Pinata notably, some of the best looking ones on here. So, okay, let's talk to Mumbo Jumbo here. So, oh, this is a log's choice. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna go redo a challenge I've already done then, and show you just something a little different. Where is the other challenge? Other side. So, yeah. So basically, these worlds. So there's only 3 challenges in this version of Nutty Acres, but you actually will go back to this world several times. And each time you go back, there's a new specific set of challenges you can complete. And once you, what am I doing? Once you've done that, so once you get more jiggies, it unlocks more stuff and more areas. So there are other themed worlds. There's like one that the Logbox 720, which of course playing off Xbox 360. You've got some other things. Oh, here's Trophy Thomas. Okay, so here you can, let's see here. This is a player's choice. And I believe this is just like a straight up race with Trophy Thomas. So as you unlock these things, you can unlock new worlds. And you can, oh no, shoot. I picked my vehicle. What am I doing? Hold on. As you can, quit challenge, yes. As you on the, yes, it's very unhappy that you quit the challenge. You can sort of see more of the game, and so here's where it really gets fun. So I'm gonna go into creative vehicle mode, and it really gets creative. So they start out. Let's go to workshop here, and you can anything you kind of want to do, you can do. So let's do, okay, first of all, this vehicle, for a race, this is not a very aerodynamic vehicle, my little trolley cart here. So let's add some body parts that are a little different. So let's go light here, and we'll start with Qs for the main body. I don't want to add to this, I want to actually replace. So you can rotate the camera, as you can see, layer up, layer down. The controls are all up on the right, but it makes it nice, so I'm going to delete that. And then I can just make this the body of my car to save on weight. Let's do a wedge for the front, make it all speedy looking. But yeah, it's a really robust editing too. So basically everything sticks together kind of like Legos. And it's fairly straightforward and easy to use. Things do what you expect them to do. So like, you know, wheels are wheels, engines are engines. If you want to go faster, you add more engines. You also have to add more fuel to handle the you know, the multiple engines. Otherwise, you won't be able to go as fast even if you have more engines, because you'll just be heavier but not able to. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, come on. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. So you could basically do whatever you want, and once you get later in the game and you unlock lots and lots of pieces, there are tons of these, like thousands of different variations for different stuff you can use in the game. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? That might be a better idea. Is I'm going to. So let's just take this. Delete that. I'm gonna move the wheels up. So one of the things you can do. One of the things you can do, like later in the game, is just build kind of anything you want to, and it's gonna vary depending what you want to do, kind of depending on the challenge. A lot of the challenges are like very specific, so like there's one where you have to pick up these. You have to pick up copies of Grab by the Ghoulies and put them in a giant trash can, and so sort of the easiest way to do that is going to be to have something with like a crane that you can pick up that will allow you to move those. Alternatively, you can get something with like a. Obviously, I'm moving these to the outside, make it a little more aerodynamic. Grab something with a crane. Alternatively, you can just make something with a big sort of basher and knock down the trash can, and then just push everything in the trash can, which I've seen people do. So it's fun because you make your vehicles, but then whatever you come up with may not be the best vehicle for that challenge. So you might have to go back to the drawing board and tweak things, add more engines. Let me see if I can add. If I have any more engines I can add. And now I've used my engines, so I don't have any extras. So that's the inherent problem here is I don't have any more engines or fuel right now, so I can't really add anything. But I'm going to use this vehicle to challenge Thomas here. Okay, it's not going to save my vehicle. That's fine. So I have a bunch of saved vehicles from my previous playthrough of the game. Actually, if I go, let's see how this goes. Now I'm a little faster, but yeah. So you can build whatever you want, sort of based on what the challenge is, and going this way. And you, some vehicles will be more effective than others. There are a lot of sort of collection challenges, like that one I did earlier, where you have to pick up something and take it somewhere. I found that like the best vehicle for that is just build basically something with a big like U shape on the front of it, and you can pick up stuff and just kind of push it wherever you want. Okay, I believe there's another part to this challenge. So, yep, there we go. So it's I think that first part is really just so you can see, is my vehicle going to be faster than Thomas's at all? You know, there's a lot of variety in this game once you get to the later challenges, especially because they're always asking you to do very specific things, and you have to get really creative with how you use the vehicle to do those challenges. So you end up, you know, sort of thinking outside the box. I remember there's this one. Oh no, that's not good. there's this one challenge where you have to, I think you just have to get a vehicle really high, and one of the cool things is there are leaderboards on these challenges. So, like, you can actually go on there and look at what other people have done. Oh, great, yeah. So this is the problem. Grunty's thugs will still try to attack you whenever you're racing. And I've taken damage there. So you can add armor plating to your vehicles as well. But there's one specific challenge where it's like you just have to get really high, and I was trying to build like an airplane to do it, and it just wasn't working. And I just go on the leaderboard and look it up, and somebody just put a seat with a giant spring on the bottom and launched themselves into the air, and it works. So I got the TT trophy, although that is not my fastest time. So let's go back to Showdown Town now, and I'll show you what you do once you get there. I want to see, can I go return to Showdown Town? Yeah, I don't have to walk over the world gate. So yeah, this game has a lot of creativity, and to be honestly, there were times where I was really frustrated with this game, where I'm stuck on a challenge. But actually, the good thing you can do there is you can just kind of walk away and do something else. There's always something else to do. So here, let's see. Humble Wumba's got, you can buy stuff from Humble Wumba, but this is a Mumbo crate. So if you go take this to Mumbo Motors over here, you can he'll give you more parts. So let's drop this here and talk to Mumbo to uncrate it. Okay, what we get? We got wheels and fuels, so that's good. So that'll be good for later. You'll also need to get things like, once you have weapons on your vehicle, you'll need to get things like ammo and stuff like that. So, okay, so there is some busy work in this game. So I've completed 2 challenges. I have 2 jiggies here. And I need to... So, because this is the Nutty Acres Jiggy release, so they sort of just store in Showdown Town in one of these little globules. And each of these is sort of, wherever the area is that has the portals to that challenge area, is kind of where this little gumball machine thing is. So unfortunately, there's ones like way far away from here. But, so you gotta crank this out, and then take these, and then if you're on a farther away from one, stack them in your shopping cart. Typically, you complete several challenges at a time because you're not leaving the area. So I've had times where I've got like 8 of these, and I'm sort of balancing them in my car driving around Showdown Town. But then you bring them here to the center, and they count to your total. And I think Log's gonna say something. Sweet! So I unlocked the log box 720, so we'll check that out. So the log box is over here, and it's another area we can explore. So, yeah, so when you unlock a... Oh, I've also unlocked a Grunty challenge as well. So let's do these then. Now I have to go all the way up this mountain again. I shouldn't have done that earlier. I should have just showed you now. But the fun part of this game really is sort of, once you get later in the game, designing vehicles for very specific challenges. And it can be frustrating at times, as I mentioned. You definitely will run into sort of roadblocks where you can... I need to pay attention to where I'm going. You can run into roadblocks where you really get stuck and frustrated, but there's always, you can jump out, there's another level, there's another challenge you can do, or you can just drop it and come back. I always came back to this game when I was playing it, no matter how frustrated I got, and I would always just look at it with fresh eyes, change my vehicle a bit, and boom, I would win that challenge, which was really satisfying. Although there is a point later in the game where the logs challenge ones, the logs choice challenges, the ones where the vehicle's already picked for you, become sort of a relaxing affair, because you're not trying to figure out what the designers wanted you to do. You excuse me. You just know what vehicle it is, and you just have to beat it. Pardon me. So there's no sort of guesswork on your part of trying to figure out sort of what the intended design is. You can just kind of play with their vehicle, and you know, okay, this is the right way to do it. And I'm going the wrong way. Get some music notes. There we go. Alrighty. Looks fancy. So I've unlocked the log box, so check that out. Let me grab some of these music notes. And I don't know why it's night out, but typically Showdown Town is in the daytime. It has a day-night cycle, I guess. I don't know. I turned it on when I played it yesterday. It was daytime, and now it's night out here. So I don't know exactly what the deal is, but anyway. Well, so let's jump into the log box here so you can see some different levels. And obviously, it's a lot faster to get around. Anywhere really with that shopping cart trolley. So it's just the game encouraging to use vehicles because that's what you're supposed to do. And I get that people rubbed people the wrong way. Okay, so you can see the intro for the log box, 720 here. I get that rubbed people the wrong way. But in an interview with the developers, like I said, they did try to make one of those collectathon platformers, and it just wasn't fun to play. And unfortunately, that pissed a lot of people off that they just came out with this. So as you can see, these classic Banjo characters play other parts depending on what level you're in. The unfortunate part is people never really even tried to actually play this game, and if they had, you know, they would have discovered that it really is a fantastically fun game to play. If it is quite a bit different from the regular Banjo games. So, alright, here we go in the log box 720, and already you can see we're on a Banjo Kazooie 360 disc. What does this say? Come back in 2018 to find out. Okay. Banjo Kazooie, rare, 1998. Ah, come on, stop pushing me around. Okay, I'm gonna beat these guys up here. Rare, 1998. The Bear and the Bird's first adventure. Will anyone remember Nuts and Bolts? In a decade, come back in 2018. I remember Nuts and Bolts. I remember Nuts and Bolts very well. This Nuts and Bolts is an awesome game. So they give you a little defensive capability for these guys. And like I said, later you'll get guns and like lasers to put on your shopping cart that can just tear these guys up. Where's my car? So let's go check out who's got a challenge for us. Here's Klungo. Whoa. Klungo's a good guy now. He's tired of Grunty giving him orders. So, let's see what he's got. Interwebby connection. Awesome. Okay, so we gotta take this and put it up high. Oh, that's right. So this is probably like my least favorite level in the game, just because it is very vertical, which is frustrating for a lot of challenges. In fact, a lot of these you kind of want to do after you have airplane parts, just because it makes it a lot easier to get up to the places you need to be, rather than, see, computer bugs, it's all a joke. Get up to the places you need to be, oh my gosh, rather than dealing with that kind of stuff, which can be frustrating. But in general, the levels in this game are pretty well designed. Logbox just kind of sticks out as something. Like, the design of the level's like creative and great. It's just the actual execution of having to sort of play on such a vertical. Nope. Go higher. Where's higher than that? Alright. Well, keep going. Okay, there we go. I'm an idiot. Yeah, so, there you go. Basically a bunch of that. And I've been using the sort of standard shopping trolley for a lot of this, but like I said, as you get later in the game, actually, that was a player's choice mission, so I'll just show you. I don't know if I'll be able to use any of them since I don't have the parts yet, but I can show you. I've got blueprints for a bunch of different stuff. Let's see here. Skip. Okay, let's see. Choose vehicle. Your blueprint. See, so I've got different stuff. Oh, this was a thing with a blower on it. Yeah, so it's it's giving me warnings. I can't use any of these things. See, so this one's just like a giant boat with a huge platform and like 3 planes on it. It's a plane. Oh, there's my sort of. That one's a hovercraft with like a big U on it, so I can carry stuff. So that one works on land and water. Grabola, that one lets me pick stuff up. So you've just got fruit basket. Oh yeah, that was just like build something that holds a lot of stuff. You can just toss things into it and then move it around, and nothing will come out. Trichosaurus Rex. Obviously, you could tell it was 2008 from my my Battlefield Bad Company references. So you just get really crazy. Cage on Wheels, minivan Mark II. So I have like multiple outboard chairs on that. So yeah, you get really creative, and you could save any of those for later. Of course, I can't use any of them because it's too early in the game. But it lets you just have a lot of fun with this game. So let's go back and let's fight Grunty and see what that's like, just so you can get a taste for one of the boss challenges. Ensure that boats have a nice angled bow and they'll cut through water more effectively. Well, never did that in this game. Oh, yep, see, so it shows me I got a Jiggy. Which, oh, like I said, so this will show you. So when you're at other challenge areas, you have to take the Jiggies and bring them back to the middle of Showdown. You have to, okay, first you have to come over here. Where the heck is that thing? Oh, it's over here. Oh, okay, this is a warp spot. So that makes it kind of easier. You can warp back to the middle of Showdown Town. Although this isn't super far away. Oh, there's the thing. Come on. Alright, so we got a Jimmy here. And then you gotta put it in. It's like 5 steps too many for this stuff. So I really wish they made a sequel so they could iron some of this stuff out. But of course, Rare will never make anything else that's not a Kinect game. Although now that Microsoft is taking the Kinect out of the Xbox One, I really hope they'll get back to letting Rare do some creative stuff. Because this and Viva Pinata are some of the best games on the Xbox. See, there's the other teleport pad. Oh, sweet, and I unlocked something else. So, but it's really a shame that they didn't let you sort of do more of that. Where's that Grunty challenge? Oh, here. So this has a little Grunty thing on it. Yes. Alright, let's check this out. So, first Grunty challenge of the game. Hope I don't do too bad. See, now it's all nighttime in Nutty Acres. So yeah, as you can see, there are multiple entrances to Nutty Acres, and then each of them sort of has a different scenario set up. Each of them also has unique music notes. These don't like come back after you've collected them. They just go away. So there are a limited number of collectibles in this game if you want to collect things, but it's also, other than the jiggies for unlocking new stuff, it's not really like the, unless you're OCD like I am, it's not really, well, that was really poor. It's not really like the highest priority in this game other than the jiggies, because you can play most of the game. Oh, now I'm in a swamp. You can play most of the game with just finding the jiggies. Alright, let's do this. What do we gotta do? Yes, Grunty still talks in rhyme. They gave her a, like, robot body. Head in a jar. Okay. Let's just not get ahead of ourselves. It's just a big nut. Okay, so we gotta knock Grunty over. So let's... I wish I had more engines. So let's create something that will let us knock her over. And so this is where you want to get sort of creative. So let's see here. Now I'm curious if we need to be able to carry the nut afterward. Let's assume that we do and just add to this. So let's go body, light, and let's get some wedges under here. So I think the idea here is I'm going to want to be able to turn her car over. Now I've got nothing to connect it there, so let's add a cube underneath. I want to be able to turn, like flip her over, and making the whole front just wedges is gonna help me do that. Add some corners here. Wait, let's rotate. Oh, right, D-pad. So, okay. Some wedges again. Alrighty. So hopefully this will be good to flip rotate. Let's add... I did get another fuel tank, so I'm going to add that. Hopefully that'll let me go a little faster, and then I still don't have another engine, so... Well, alright, let's try this. If it doesn't work, we'll come back to the drawing board. Oh, right. There we go. Start game. Uh-oh. Oh, alright, that was it. I didn't have to grab the 5 seconds. Guess that's pretty good. Cool beans. So there you go. You've gotten a little bit of flavor for Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It's still got all the charm and character of the old Banjo games. Okay, sweet. So I've got the grip wheels. So now I can show you. I'll be able to go... Yes, they reduce vehicle speed, but it doesn't matter. Because now I can go to other areas. So let's go back to Showdown Town. But yeah, hopefully you guys have seen that this game is really something that's worth playing. I mean, like I said before, it's one of my favorite games on the Xbox. It's a really creative title, and it just got lambasted unfairly when it came out. See, now they've added the sticky wheels to my shopping cart. So now I can go up this stupid hill. Like, straight up. Bam! And now I'm going to go back down. But, the really cool part is just how creative it lets you be, and it's really a shame that they don't rare make games like this anymore. So I'll just give you a little teaser. So how big this world is now that I'm out of downtown Showdown Town, and of course I flipped my cart. So Alrighty. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully you can pick this game up. It's fairly cheap. It's like 15 bucks now, either on the Xbox. You can get it directly onto your Xbox, just download it, or you can buy a disc copy off of Amazon. Both are fairly cheap, or go to your local game retailer and pick up a copy. Most likely pre-owned, but still totally worth it. And this game, even in 2014, holds up really well. Still one of the better games on the Xbox 360. So thanks for joining me. This has been a must-play of Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, and we will catch you around on theexperiencebar.com. Thanks for watching.